Hey, y'all. So you know that I've been in the job market, right? I was up for 2 different jobs last week, and on Monday of this week, I found out that I didn't get either one. I was talking to my mom, who is a 60s hippie through and through, and she said DEI. And she kept saying DEI, DEI. And she said, you know, if you don't find something in the next 6 months, you're going to have to move out of Texas and go somewhere where they still believe in DEI. And it didn't dawn on me what she was saying to me. All I could think of in that moment of sheer rejection from 2 different companies, all I could think about was that I was the rejection. I didn't understand what the fuck she was saying. And then my personal trainer and I just worked out, which is why my face is flushed. And I said to her, you know, I'm in a male-dominated industry. I'm usually the only woman in the room. And she goes, that's what your mom meant. You're the DEI hire. You were the DEI hire. My mom thinks I didn't get those 2 jobs because men got them. The job before that, the one in Houston, that was from like last month, a dude got that job. I don't know how to feel about this. I always felt like I had skills. I always felt like I had skills, that like I earned my place. Most women in my industry don't make it 20 fucking years like I have. Most women, the most that they make it to is 10 years, and then they bow the fuck out and find something else. And if you don't bow the fuck out after 10 years, the suicide rate of women in my industry jumps through the fucking roof. I thought I had skills. I thought I was outlasting. I thought you want a dinosaur. We've been through it. We know what's going on. And I don't know why it didn't dawn on me that my whole career, I've just been a DEI hire because they needed to hire a woman. I was the only woman in the room because they needed to hire a woman. I don't know how to feel about this. So my whole career was a lie? Has my whole career been a fucking lie? I really don't know how to feel about this. Fine.
Now, I cut some of her out, some of her pauses and everything, and I kind of sped her up because her video was about 3 minutes. But I'm glad she did that because I don't know who she voted for. I don't know what her political ideology is. But a lot of people like her, and what I mean by that is a lot of white people, not saying her, but a lot of white people feel this way. A lot of white people in America are saying, oh my God, when I said I'm going to vote for Trump and reduce the size of government, I didn't mean for him to take my job. When I told him to get the criminals out, I didn't mean for him to go after my spouse or my significant other or my child's Hispanic significant other. They're learning the hard way. Again, I'm not saying this lady voted for Trump. I'm not saying she's a MAGA supporter. But what she's realizing is women, period, black, white, and indifferent, women are DEI in the eyes of some white men in this country, mainly the MAGA supporters. If you are a Republican, MAGA, Trump, ultra MAGA supporter, you believe that if a woman is in a certain position, she is a DEI hire. If a black man is in a certain position, then he is a DEI hire. No way that a general that's black can make it there unless he is a DEI hire. That's why people, white people in this country, that's why black people as a whole feel as if we have to do twice as much just to be considered average to you. That's why somebody like Pete Hegseth, who was just a goddamn major in the Army Reserves, can become Secretary of Defense over a man, a black man that was a 4-star general and beat out everybody in the Air Force to make it there. Hell, the man was the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. He beat out every officer in the fucking DOD to get there. The man had to moonwalk on water just to be considered average, and Trump and his MAGA supporters called him a DEI, and they fired him just to put Pete Hegseth in there, and he, right out the gate, spilled information to a reporter. White people, this is what we are trying to tell you, and we are tired of talking. That's why when you see all the memes on TikTok of people saying, hey, there's going to be a massive protest on April 5th, black people like, sit your black ass down. This is not our fight. Because we tried to tell you before the election. We tried to tell you during the election. We tried to tell you in 2015 what was going to happen. We tried to tell you with Bush, H.W., and George W. We tried to tell you with Reagan. But no, you didn't want to listen. Now look, you got somebody in place, and you got the House of Representatives, the Senate, and the Supreme Court on this man's side. And he feels like he's a king. And every minion around him thinks, yes, if a white woman is in that position, she's a DEI hire. So you too get to get put out. Your MAGA significant other, your MAGA husband voted you out of your job. And there's a lot of people. When I saw this one TikTok, this lady said, she married a guy from London or England, and he was an immigrant here. So when they said get rid of the immigrants, she didn't think they were talking about her husband. Yes, they're talking about your freaking husband too. They mainly want to get the immigrants that look like me and a little lighter. But if your husband is an immigrant, you too get to get the hell up out of here. We've been trying to tell you that for too long, and we're tired of telling you. Now you got to realize it. Now I'm glad Trump is in, because now people like her, and no shade to her, but people like her, white women like her, got to understand, oh my God, I'm a DEI hire. Black people feel like that everywhere we go. Oh, he's the manager because he's the only black person in the company. Now you know how it feels to be the only white person, the only white woman in the room, and think you got there on merit. Only to realize that you were the DEI hire, and they got rid of your ass, because the only thing, when it comes to DEI, the only thing that some white men in this country believe, that the only people that are not DEI is white men. If you're anything other than a white man, you are DEI. Again, no shade to her, but this is what you wanted, and you got it. What do you think?